Semester regarding no load current. The no load current of a transformer, the no load current of a transformer I naught. Normally, it is the abbreviation for no load current will be I naught. Consists of two components. One is called as a magnetizing component, another is called a loss component. Okay, a loss component. Its value can be calculated using the relation I naught is equal to what IC square plus IM square. Thus, the estimation of no load current I naught requires the calculation of two components, namely IC and IM. So, I have to calculate this core loss component and this magnetizing component. Then we will take in different case for a single phase transformer, and what are the relations that holds good for single phase transformer, and what are the relations that holds good for a three phase transformer. First, let us calculate the core component or core loss component. Okay. No load current for single phase transformer, let us calculate. The core loss component is given by the formula IC is equal to what PI divided by VP, where PI is nothing but total iron loss, total iron or core loss, and VP is nothing but the voltage of primary. Okay. Then how do you calculate the core loss? I think in the classroom itself I did it clearly. Once again, will be revision for you. Core loss PI, core loss or iron loss, PI is equal to what? Loss per kg. So what will be the kg of your winding, your core, entire thing, including that you have to calculate loss per kg, volume of the core. Till now we have only taken into consideration the width and the depth. Now we are going to take the entire length also, the length of the core also. Okay, volume of the core into density of iron. So loss per kg, this volume of the core, can be done as what? Net iron area AI. Net iron area AI. Okay, you think what? You can take width and depth, then mean length of flux path. So if you think about mean length of flux path, so AI nothing but what? Without insulation, this is width of the core, width, and this is depth. So mean length of flux path. So mean length of flux path means you are considering this area, this length also. Okay, this length of you are going to consider. If you consider mean length of flux path, what you get? You will get total volume. Okay, total volume you will get. So normally till now we are deciding what width and depth. Now you are taking this mean length of flux path. So you are considering what? You are considering you are totally considering the area of the entire area of the core. Okay. So volume of the core is given by net iron area AI into mean length of the flux path. So mean length of flux path is given in the problem. Then density of iron. This is a standard value. You get density of iron, that is 7.8 10 per minus 3. That will be the standard value for density of iron. Okay. So finally, you can tell that core PI is equal to loss per kg into net iron area AI can be written as what? Ks into AGI, where AGI is something put your gross core area into mean length of flux path into density of iron. That is what the core loss PI for single phase. For three phase, you have to multiply by 3. Whatever you get the core loss, you multiply by 3. Then what you get? The same formula holds good. Multiply by 3. That is for what core loss for a three-phase transformer. That is regarding what IC. But still, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate IM. IM is something what the magnetizing current you have to calculate. This is also called as what? Core component, loss component, or magnetizing component. All of them are called as active component and reactive component. Where IC refers to active component and IM refers to a reactive component. They alternate name for your magnetizing component or a loss component. Okay. So let us calculate now. First, you calculate now loss component. Let us go for what magnetizing component. So if you go for magnetizing component, this is a formula given for the magnetizing component. The RMS value of magnetizing component IM is given by what? IM is nothing but what? 18 naught divided by root 2 into TP, where TP is nothing but turns of primary. 18 naught nothing but ampere turns. This I have to calculate. RMS value is divided by root 2. Okay. So I have to calculate what? I have to calculate this 80 naught. 80 naught is nothing but total magnetizing MMF. So 80 naught for total magnetizing MMF is equal to ATC, ampere turns of the core. Ampere turn, normally if you see in this transformer, what we have is this is nothing but entire transformer core. So normally it is divided into normally two parts. This is called as a yoke part and this is called as a limb part. Total you take what? Total you take is a core. But for calculation purposes, you calculate the ampere turns of the yoke separately yoke separately, and ambient tense of the core. Ambient tense of the core is nothing but the ambient tense of the limb. The remaining part is what? These two limbs. So whenever you say ambient tense of the core, it refers to what? It refers to ambient tense of the limbs. But ambient tense of the yoke, I will calculate separately. Okay. So the total magnetizing MMF is something but ampere turns of the core into length of the core. So length of the core means anything. Once again I can calculate this what the mean length of flux path, length of the core. Okay. Likewise, ampere turns of the yoke. Ampere turns of the yoke means you have upper part and you have lower part. This ampere turns, and then length Ly. The Ly is something but what? The length of flux path through yoke and core and yoke respectively. This Ly is something but what? Length of flux path through yoke. Means flux path through yoke will be what? This will be length of flux path through yoke. This and this from year to year, from year to year. From this is nothing but flux path in the core. Core normally we consider in the limbs. Okay, that is one. And MMF required for joints. MMF required for joints means if you take this figure, this is not a single molded core. Normally it will be of L shape. See, this is one L shape. And this is one L shape. Then there will be a joint here. They're going to join the core. It is not only a single molded core, what a square or rectangular shape core. It will be a L shape. So it will be a L shape. This is L shape and this is L shape, and they will do the joints. Okay, they will do the joints. Likewise, for your shell type transformer, there will be what? M shape, two M shape. This is one M shape and this is one M shape. They are going to join it. So there will be a joints. So for that joints also you have to calculate the MMF. Okay, MMF required for the joints. This formula holds good for what? A single phase transformer. Same thing 80 naught. You multiply 80 naught is equal to 380 C into LC, 280 into Ly plus MMF required for joints. Why 380 means? 380 C means in a three phase you have three limbs. This is a single phase. In three phase you have three limbs and two yokes. That is why the formula here 380 C into LCA, 280 into Ly, plus once again MMF required for joints. Only the difference here means compared to your single phase and three phase, this 3 and 2 will be extra. Okay, now then how do you calculate? How do you calculate the MMF required for joints? Once again we have a formula here, ATG. MMF required for joints is nothing but what? ATG. It is given by what? 8 lakh LG into PG, LT into PM, where PM is something but the maximum flux density, and LG is nothing but the length of air gap. This is the LG is nothing but the length of air gap. Once again, the length of air gap also will be given in the problem. Okay. Next, LC and Ly already know is nothing but a length of flux path through core and yoke respectively. So total 80 knot will be what? Total 80 knot will be, this is a formula, ATC into LC, ATY into Ly into MMF required for the joints. So once you calculate 80 knot, once you know the terms of primary, I can calculate what? I can calculate IM. So what is, once I calculate IM, I can calculate what? No load current I naught is equal to IC square plus IM square. So there's one more condition, but magnetizing is not sinusoidal. Suppose the magnetization of your core is not sinusoidal, therefore the peak factor KPK should use in the place of root 2. So if it is exactly the magnetizing MMF is not sinusoidal, then you can use this formula. So we'll solve one problem based on this formula. IM is equal to 80 naught divided by KPK by TP. Nothing but a peak factor have to take into consideration. Okay, we'll solve it. So normally, finally, what you can say, no load current I naught is equal to IC square plus IM square. A simple one. Based on this relation, you will try to solve the problem. It's not a lengthier problem. It's a small problem. It's a very compared to other transformers, it is shorter in length, so that you can do it fast. Okay, let us solve the problem now. A single phase. This problem is directly from A.K. Sani. We'll go through it. A single phase 400 volt 50 transformer is built from stampings having relative permeability. The relative permeability is something but your mu R of 1000. Okay, 1000. The length of flux path, as I told, the length of flux path is 2.5 meter. The area of cross section of the core, is 2.5 to 10 power minus 3 meter square. The area of cross section of the core, since they are given stacking factor, this area of cross section of the core is something but your AGA. Okay, 2.5 to 10 power minus 3 meter square. and primary winding is 800 turns, estimate the maximum flux. So I have to calculate maximum flux phi m, and no load current, that means I not have to calculate of the transformer. The iron loss at the working flux density is 2.6 watts per kg, and iron weights are what we call as a density of the iron. Okay, 7.8 into 10 power 3, and stacking factor is 0.9. So I have to calculate what maximum flux phi m I have to calculate, and also I have to calculate the no load current. So, you know the EMF equation, EP is nothing but the induced EMF in the primary, because we have only 4.445 FM T okay, turns of primary. So phi m you can calculate, phi m is equal to EP divided by 4.44 TF into TP. Number of turns is given, number of primary turns is given. So 400 is equal to, okay, 400 equal to 400 divided by 4.4450 into 800. So what you get is 0.00225. So a TP is nothing but what? TP is nothing but here. It will be a primary turns. Okay, TP is here. TP is nothing but primary turns. So once you find out this TP, then you are going to use this BM also, calculate BM. So phi m is nothing but what? BM into AI. So you calculate now. Phi m is nothing but BM into AI. AI will go to the denominator. EP is nothing but 400, 4.44 F AI. AI can be written what? AI can be written as what? KS into AGA. Okay, or that. Net error factor AI is nothing but KS into AGA. So what is KS? KS is nothing but a stacking factor 0.9. So 0.9 into AGA. This is nothing but what? The area of cross section of the core, 2.5 to 10 power minus 3. So whenever they give stacking factor, whenever they give the area of cross section of the core means always it represent the gross core section, AGA. Okay. So point A can be done as what? 0.9 into 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. 2.5 10 power minus 3. And then what is the primary turns? 800. So you solve this one, what you get here? 1 meter per meter square. So BM, you're going to use. So magnetizing MMF 80 naught, magnetizing MMF 80 naught is given by what? The formula for MMF is nothing but what? Reluctance into flux. The formula for MMF is nothing but reluctance into flux. What is the formula for reluctance? Reluctance is nothing but what? Li divided by mu into AI. Li is nothing but length of flux path, mu is nothing but your permeability, AI is nothing but net iron area into flux. Flux is nothing but phi m. So Li divided by mu AI into this phi m can be written what? This phi m can be written as what? Bm into AI. Okay. Now this AI get cancels. Then what we got here? This mu permeability can be written as what? Your absolute permeability mu naught and mu r, relative permeability mu r. Okay. Into Bm. So what is Li? Li is nothing but what? Li is nothing but what you got here? Length of flux path. What is the length of flux path here? 2.5 meter. The length of flux path 2.5 meter. Bm you calculated. What is Bm here? 1 Weber per meter square. 2.5 into 1 divided by what is mu naught? Mu naught is nothing but 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into mu r. Relative permeability is given here. Relative permeability of 1000. Mu r is equal to 1000. If you calculate, directly what you got 80 naught. So 80 naught is equal to what? 1980 ampere. Ampere turns in amperes. 1980 amperes. So the formula magnetizing current Im is equal to what now? 80 naught divided by root 2 into TP. So 1980 root 2 into what's the primary turns? 800. What you got here? 1.75 amperes. So this is regarding what? This is regarding the magnetizing component. Then how do you calculate the loss component? Loss components are core loss component. IC is something but what? PI, iron loss, core loss divided by the primary voltage. So core loss now. Core loss PI is equal to what? Loss per kg into volume of the core into density of the core, as I explained earlier. Loss per kg into volume of the core can be written as what? Net iron area AI into mean length of flux path into density of the iron. The loss per kg into the net iron area AI can be written as what? Ks into AGI into mean length of flux path into density of iron. Substitute here loss per kg. The problem has given is 2.6. Loss per kg, you can see here. Working flux density, iron loss per kg, 2.6 into Ks 0.9 into AGI. AGI is nothing but 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 into mean length of flux path, 2.5 meter, the density of iron. Density of iron is nothing but what? 7.8 into 10 power 3. Then you calculate this core loss, what you get core loss here, 1.4 watts. So the core loss component IC is equal to what? VI divided by VP, primary voltage. So 114 divided by 400. So what you get here? 0.28 ampere. So once you got calculate IC and IR, I can calculate what? No load current I0. So no load current I0 is equal to under the root of IC square plus IM square. So circuit for IC and IM, then what you got here? No load current I0 1.77 amperes. This is what the solution of first problem. The problem is from AK Sani. So you have to calculate what you have to calculate IC and IM based on the data given. Okay, this is a standard problem from AK Sani book. Just go through it. Now let us come to a second problem. This problem also is taken from AK Sani. Totally I got 6 problems. I think two or 3 problems from AK Sani and 3 problems from your question paper, directly from question paper. Okay. Calculate the active and reactive component. It also called as what? Active and reactive components. Reactive components nothing but your IR and active component nothing but your IC. Calculate the active and reactive components of no load current 400 volt, 50 Hz single phase transformer having the following particulars. Okay. Core of transformer stage stacking factor is 0.9. Density is given 7.8 at 10.3 kg per meter cube. Length of main flux path 2.2 meter. Gross iron section 10 at 10 power minus 3 meter square. Primary rate is 200. It's equivalent here. So one more data they are added. Nothing about MMF for joints equal to 0.2 mm air gap. Means in joints this is what 0.2 mm. There will be a 0.2 mm air gap. So joining the core, if you join the core, this will be L section. 2 L section will be joined, and in that joint there will be what 0.2 mm air gap. Okay, little bit air gap will be there. Okay. Use the following data. And this is the following data they are given. See here, maximum flux density Weber per meter square 0.91, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 MMF. For 0.9 mmf ampere turn per meter, 130, 210, 420, 660, like that they are given. For a particular value of flux density, they are given what directly the mmf ampere turns and they are given the iron loss. So what you have to calculate? You try to calculate BM. Try to calculate BM. For a corresponding value of BM, I can select what? I can take these 2 values. Suppose if it becomes 1, I can take these 2 values. Ampere turns 1 or 210. Likewise, for iron loss, I can take 1.3 directly. Suppose it came 1.4 means I can take these 2 values. Let us calculate now. First, let us calculate this BM. You know that the gross core area AGI is nothing but 10 into 10 power minus 3 meter square. Next, calculate AI. AI is nothing but K is into AGI. Calculate what you get here 9 into 10 power minus 3 meter square. So we have EMF equation EP is equal to 4.4 for F phi m TP. Calculate phi m. So what you got TP number of primary turns we got 200. 0.090 Weber. So flux density BM. Flux density BM is nothing but what? Phi m by AI. Because phi m is equal to what? BM into AI. Phi m 0.090. AI also 0.009. Both are same. So what you get here? You get 1 Weber per meter square. For flux density of 1 Weber per meter square, what is MMF now? 210. And what is iron loss? Iron loss is 1.3. And these 2 values you are going to take it. For 1 Weber per meter square, MMF ampere turns per meter is equal to 10 ampere. Loss per kg 1.3 watts. So once you got this one, you can calculate for. You can calculate first. You can calculate what 80 knot, and the later stage you can calculate the magnetizing current. So magnetizing current IM nothing but what 80 knot divided by root 2 into TP. Let us calculate 80 knot. So 80 knot is nothing but what your ATC. ATC means ampere turns of the core plus ampere turns of the yoke. Suppose some data is given regarding the yoke and ampere turns of the joints. Okay. Let us calculate what ampere turns of the core. MMF for the core iron path is equal to what? Ampere turns into mean length of flux path. That is the formula we have told during the theory. So here ATC is nothing but what? MMF for the core iron path is nothing but what? Ampere turns into mean length of flux path. That is the formula for ATC. Okay. So ampere turns, what you got ampere turns here? Ampere turns what you got here? 210 into mean length of flux path in the core. It's nothing but 2.2. The problem is given. The length of mean flux path is what? 2.2 meter. So I can write what 210 into 2.2, what we got 462 amperes. Yes, regarding yoke, they are not given regarding yoke of ampere turns. Then you can do it that part. MM of joints, sir. What is the formula? 8 lakh BM LG. 8 lakh into BM, you got 1. LG is something but 0.2 mm. So you can see here joints equivalent to 0.2 mm area. Okay, 0.2 mm. It is mm, so convert it to meter. So 0.2 to 10 power minus 3. What you got here? 160 ampere. So total magnetizing mmf 80 naught equal to 462 plus 160. What you got? 622. Okay, 622 ampere. So reactive or magnetizing component, they are called as active and reactive. Reactive is the same as magnetizing current. Okay, magnetizing current IM 80 naught divided by root 2 into TP. So 652 divided by root 2 into 200. So what you got IM now? 2.2 amperes. Likewise, you calculate now core loss. Calculate the core loss component IC. Core loss component IC is nothing but what? PI divided by VP. Calculate PI. Core loss PI is nothing but loss per kg volume of the core, density of the core. Loss per kg net area volume of the core is nothing but net area area into mean length of flux path, density of iron. This can be written as Ks into AGI, mean length of flux path. Substitute the value here. Loss per kg, you calculated here for 1 vapor per meter square, loss per kg is 1.3. 1.3 into 0.9 into 10 per 10 to 10 power minus 3, 2.2. Mean length of flux path is 2.2. Density of iron is 7.8 into 10 power 3. So what you got here? 201 watts. So the core loss component IC is nothing but PI by VP, 201 divided by 400. Voltage on the primary. So VP is nothing but voltage on the primary. This is 400 volt. Voltage of primary. So what we got here? Voltage on primary. So 0.5 ampere. So what is no load current now? I naught is equal to IC square plus IM square. So circuit here, then what we got I naught 2.26 amperes. Okay, and this is what a solution for second problem. These are all simple problem, no load current. A little bit tougher we'll solve in tomorrow's class. No, we'll take one more. So you will take a little bit tougher one. We'll take the problem. Determine the no load current and the power factor. So yeah, along with the no load current, you have to calculate what power factor of 3300 bar 220 volts. So this is primary voltage VP. This is the secondary voltage. 50 hertz, single core, single phase core type transformer with the following data. Mean length of flux path. You can see here. Always see a centimeter. If a centimeter is there, means you have converted to meter. Okay, 300 centimeter. Gross core area of magnetic core 150 centimeter square. Specific core loss. Specific core loss at 1.20. 1.20 is nothing but what? Your BM, maximum flux density. Okay. Specific core loss at 1.1 T is equal to 2.1 watts per kg. So this 1.1 T corresponds to your BM. BM is equal to 1.1 T. Ampere turns per centimeter. Once again, yes, here ampere turns, normal ampere turns per meter. So here you can check here ampere turns per centimeter converted to meter. Latest stage. Ampere turns per centimeter for transformer steel at 1.1 T is equal to what? 6.2. Okay. In earlier problem, I have taken from the table. Here directly they give the value for a particular value of VM. What will be the core loss and what will be the ampere turns? 6.2. The effect of joint is equivalent in an air gap of 1 mm in a magnetic circuit. Density of iron. Here density of iron 75 gram. It will be kg. Density of iron is nothing but what? It should be kg. A 75 gram per cc. Cc represent what? Cubic centimeter. It's nothing but cc represent what? Cubic centimeter. So this should be remain in kg. Kg per meter cube. Okay. This density of iron should be what? Kg per meter cube. Indirectly they given what? Indirectly they given in terms of what? 75 gram per cc. Nothing but what? Cubic centimeter. So this gram you have to convert into kg, and this also you have to convert into cubic centimeter. Means you convert into meter. Okay. Iron factor is equal to 0.9. Okay. A very much important problem. Let us solve this. Okay. So what you have to calculate? No load current you have to calculate. Along with that, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the power factor. Now let us calculate the magnetizing component. The RMS value of magnetizing component IM is given by IM is equal to 18 naught divided by root 2. First we calculate ATC. ATC is nothing but what? MMF of a core iron path is nothing but ampere turns into mean length of flux path. The ampere turns is given what? 6.2. You can see here ampere turns per centimeter. Ampere turns per centimeter means 6.2 divided by centimeter means 10 power minus 2. That you take it to numerator. So what you get here? 10 power 2. Ampere turns per centimeter. 10 power minus 2 when you convert it into meter. That I have taken into numerator. So 6.2 into 10 power 2 into 300. Once again here, mean length of magnetic path 300 centimeter converted into meter. So 300 into 10 power minus 2. So this part and this part get cancels. Then what you get here? 1860. This is nothing but what? Ampere turns, mmf of ampere turns of the core. Likewise, I calculate ATG, mmf for joints, 8 lakh LG into B. 8 lakh length of air gap is given as 1 mm. In the problem here, there will be a 1 mm air gap in the joints. Okay, so that we convert into meter. Okay, that you can convert into meter here. Into BM is something about 1.1. BM is here. You can see this is nothing but your 1.1. This is nothing but your maximum flux density. So calculate ATG. What you got? 880 amperes. So then finally calculate. Nothing is given regarding the yoke ATY. They're not given, so you don't take into consideration. So what is 80 knot now? 80 knot is nothing but what? Total magnetizing MMF. We add this to 1860 plus 880. What you get? 2740. This is 80 knot. So what is the formula here? 80 knot I got it. Once again, still have to calculate what? Primary turns. In the problem, if you go there, they're not given any data regarding the primary turns. Then you have to calculate the primary turns. So from the EMF equation, EP is equal to 4.448 TP. TP is equal to EP divided by EP is represent what? The primary voltage. This is primary turns. Okay, 4.44 F into 5M. So EP is equal to 4.44. 5M can be replaced by what? BM into EI. So this will be primary turns, and this will be secondary turns. Okay, this is a distribution transformer. The primary turns is nothing but 3,300 divided by 4.44 into 50 into 1.1 BM. So maximum. Okay, BM is 1.11. The AI you calculate. AI is nothing but what? They are given the stacking factor 0.92 into AGI. So AI is nothing but what? Your stacking factor 0.92 into AGI. What is AGI given? 150 centimeter square. So 0.92 into, you convert it into meter, 150 to 10 power minus 4. So AI is nothing but KS into AGI. Okay, what we got here? 979 tons. This is primary. Once you got primary turns, you calculate IM. IM is equal to 80 knot divided by root 2 into TP. So what you got IM now? 1.98 amperes. This is your IM. So after finding out IM, try to calculate the core loss. Same formula here, core loss. Okay, same formula, same steps. Here a little bit big cautious here. Loss per kg 2.1. Already given the problem. Loss per kg is what? 2.1. Okay. The volume of the core, once again, net iron area Ks into AGI into mean length of flux path. Okay, so this case is 0.92, AGI 150 10 power minus 4, mean length of flux path 300 centimeter, converted into meter. Here density of iron 7.5. You can see here. Okay, 7.5. This you take as 7.5. Okay, it is not 75. This is I'll change it. This is 7.5 actually. Okay, 7.5, 7.5 into 10 power minus 3. So I converted into kg, gram into kg. It is 7.5 divided by cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter converted into meter, 10 power minus 6. Cubic centimeter, 10 power minus 6. Okay. Then you solve this one. Okay, if you solve this one, what you get? 652.05 watts. This is 7.5. I'll change it here. While giving the notes, I'll just change it. So what we got core loss now? 652.05 watts. The core loss component IC is equal to what? P divided by PP. So after calculating core loss, voltage on primary 6300, so 0.198. No load current I naught IC square plus IM square. Just substitute IC and IM. Then what you got? 1.99 ampere. Then you have to calculate the no load power factor. The no load power factor cos phi naught is equal to what? IC by I naught. IC you got 0.198. And what is I naught? 1.99. So if you take it power factor is 0.1. Normally this is not the actual power factor for transformer. It is very less. Okay, power factor 0.2. Okay, so these are the usual steps of solving problem based on what? Based on the data given. That clearly analyze the data, what's the data given, and you see that whether it is given centimeter or meter, convert into meter, and you have to do it. Okay. So still I have another 3 to 4 problems. So one problem we will do it on 3 phase, and we have another 3 or 4 problems. In tomorrow class, we discuss. We will get another 4 problems. That ends your no load current based on the no load current of transformer. And if possible, if you don't turn up on Saturday, then I'll take it on Monday. That derivation of leakage reactance. See low load power factor, that problem will be. Similar, now what I'm going to take the problem is similar to the last problem. Just will go through it. Once again, I can see the problem here, 13th one, 13th problem. So compute the active and reactive components of no load current of a 6600 440 volt 50 hertz single phase core type transformer with following data. So mean length of magnetic path of flux path 300 centimeter, cross area of the core is nothing but HEI 150 centimeter square, maximum flexibility PM 1.5 T, specific core loss centimeter iron loss at 2.5 watts per kg, ampere turns per centimeter. You can see here, ampere turns per centimeter. If equal in this way, then you have to convert into meter. 1.5 T at 1.5 T flexibility is equal to 7. Specific gravity of core material is something about your once again nothing about the density of the iron. Specific gravity of core material is equivalent to density of the iron. 7.5 gram. So gram you have to convert into kg. A centimeter cube convert into meter. So be sure about these things. Okay. Directly they can be kg per meter cube. Otherwise, they give from gram per centimeter cube, or they may give cubic centimeter. Okay. Be sure of regarding this one. The iron factor is given 0.9. The effect of joint is equivalent. The effect of joint is equivalent in an air gap of 1 mm in a magnetic circuit. Because your lamination is not a single thing, it is made up of joints. Maybe a L-shaped joints or it may be M-shaped joints. They will be joined together. Okay. This 1 mm nothing but in that joint there will be a air gap of water. There will be a air gap of 1 mm because in the joint the air can flow in the joint. So that air gap is around 1 mm. Okay. This is a direct problem. So once again, now you have to find out what you have to find out the no load current I naught is no load current I naught is nothing but under the root of IC square plus IM. So let us calculate the RMS value of magnetic current IM. IM is given by IM is equal to 80 naught divided by root 2 into TP. 80 naught is equal to ampere turns. 80 naught, so we have to calculate what ampere turns of the core, ampere turns of the yoke, and then the ampere turns of the joints. All the things you have to find out. Okay. So first, let us calculate the ampere turns of the core. MMA for a core iron path is equal to ampere turns 80, the mean length of the flux path in the core. So it is given that here the mean length of the flux path is 300 centimeters square. So what is the ampere turns here? Ampere turns per centimeter at 1.5 T is equal to 7. So you can see here the ampere turns with respect to with respect to the core part. Core part means you have in this formula you have both core means nothing but the 2 limbs, and you have yoke part. Okay. ATC MMA for core iron path ampere turns, it's given as here ampere turns 7 into mean length of flux path in the core. The mean length of flux path in the core is 300 centimeter. So convert into meter, here it is you can see here ampere turns per meter. Here ampere turns per centimeter. So centimeter means 10 power minus 2, convert into meter. Then that you take it to numerator. So 7 into 10 power 2 into 300 10 power minus 2. So this to get cancelled. And what we get ampere turns of the core, okay, MMF for the core iron path 2100 amperes. Okay. And with respect to yoke, they are not giving any details with respect to yoke, so no need to calculate. Because if you remember, if you see the formula in the last class, what I told, you have 3 things here: ATC, MMF of core iron path, and MMF for yoke iron path. So there is no data regarding yoke, and no need to calculate. Okay. Now, next you can go there. You can see that what ATG is nothing but for MMF for joints. Given by the formula 8 lakh LG into D. Okay, 8 lakh So what is LG here? Length, the air gap. The air gap is the problem is given is what? The air gap of 1 mm. Okay, length of the air gap is around 1 mm. So convert into meter, 1 into 10 power minus 3, and the fluidicity is what? 1.5. You can see here fluidicity is nothing but what? 1.5 T. Fluidicity, maximum fluidicity 1.5. Calculate for ATG, 1200 amperes. So 80 knot is something but what total magnetic if you add both these two, 2100 plus 1200, what you get here 3300 amperes. This is 80 knot. And further, what you have to calculate, TP. This TP you have to calculate. So TP is nothing but use the EMF equation, EP divided by 4.4 phi m. Phi m meter is what? Bm into EI. But in the problem case here, it is given what? Gross area of the magnetic core. There is nothing but your AGI. Okay, AI is nothing but Ks into AGI. K is nothing but your, this is nothing but your iron factor. So this AI calculator is what? 0.9 into your AGI. Ks into AGI. So 150 into 10 power minus 4. It is something about here 150 centimeter square, convert into meter, 10 power minus 4. Then what you get here 1468 tons. So once you got TP, then find out IM. IM is equal to 1800 divided by root 2 into TP. Substitute the values 1.58 amperes. This is what the magnetic current. Likewise, you calculate for core loss. PI is something but what? Loss per kg, volume of the core, and density of the iron. This is the formula. Loss per kg, volume of the core can be done as what? Net iron area AI into mean length of flux path and the density of iron. Loss per kg, this net iron area can be done as what? Ks into AGI into mean length of flux path into density of iron. So loss per kg is given as 2.5. If you go back to the problem, loss per kg, you can see here, specific core loss, 2.5 watts per kg. So 2.5, Ks is 0.9, AGI is 150 to 10 power minus 4. I think what this is 150 to 10 power minus 4. And mean length of flux path, you can see here, mean length of magnetic path is 300 centimeters. So 300 converted into meter, 10 power minus 2. And here density of iron. Density of iron is given as here specific gravity of core material. It's also equivalent to density of iron. Same with a different same thing with different names. Here it is given as what? 7.5 gram. You convert into kg, 10 power minus 3. Here centimeter cube, convert into meter, 10 power minus 6. Do the conversion. So 7.5 to 10 power minus 3 divided by 10 power minus 6. If you solve this one, what you get now? 79.37 watts. So the core loss component IC is equal to what? PI divided by VP. VP is nothing but what? The voltage on the primary side. The PI 759.37. If you go back to the problem, voltage on the primary side. Voltage on the primary side is what here? 6,600. So I put the value 6,600 is equal to what? 0.150 amperes. So no load current I0 is equal to under the root of IC square plus IM square. So substitute the values and find out no load current. Okay. These are all the steps you have to follow. These are the substandard steps you have to follow. A simple problem, you pass for 10 marks. So easily you can score 10 marks here. Okay. Now coming to the next problem, I think this problem I take it from A.K. Sani book. This problem. Let us see. Yeah, 6,600 volt single phase transformer as a core of sheet steel. The net iron cross sectional area. Here you can see the problem. They are directly given what the net cross sectional area. Net iron. Iron means AI directly they are given. The net iron cross sectional area is 22.6 in 10 power minus 3 meters square, and mean length is 2.23 meter. And there are 4 lap joints. And there are 4 lap joints fence as to the transformer. See here. 4 lap joints. See, normally if you go for 4 type, you go for L joints. This is L joint. This is one L shape. This is another L shape. They make a joint. They tell you that there are 4 lap joints. 4 lap joints means this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one. So 4 lap joints they are going to make it. Okay. So there are 4 lap joints. 4 lap joints are 1 by 4 times much reactive as required per meter of the core. So means 1 by 4 times as much reactive as is required per meter of the core. Per meter of the core, we see later. BM is equal to 1.1 per meter square. Determine the number of turns on 6,600 volt winding. The no load. And then second case, you find the no load current. assume the amplitude factor of 1.52 and that for the given electricity, mmf per meter, okay, mmf per meter 232, this is nothing but your ampere per meter for iron ore, 232 ampere per meter, specific loss 1.76 watts per kg, specific gravity of the plates, nothing but 7.5 to 10 power 3 kg per meter cube. These are the things given. So I think when I'm telling the theory regarding this no load current, I have gone through one formula there. Okay, if you remember, I have gone through one formula. So when your magnetizing is not magnetization is not purely sinusoidal. Okay, you can see here. When the magnetizing is not sinusoidal, therefore the peak factor Kpk should be replaced in the place of in the place of root 2. This concept we are going to take it now. Okay, we'll take it and we'll try to explain it. Okay, now. Let us calculate now. Let us calculate what the number of turns on this 616 volt OIT. So number of turns. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate TP. So TP is nothing but what? TP is equal to EP by 4.44 into 5M. EP is equal to 4.44. 5M can be replaced by what? BM into AI. So what is electricity given? BM is 1.11. So 1.11 AI. AI is nothing but AI. So AI is okay. AI is nothing but okay. Here do one thing. I think they are directly given the net iron cross section area. Okay, net iron cross section area. So here no need to put 0.9. Just have put here 0.9, but you don't put 0.9 here. Okay, directly you take here. Just small pressure you make it. The net cross section layer, no need to put 0.9 here. Okay, just I'll remove it. I'll make a correction here. Directly put what? 22.6 into 10 power minus 3. No need to put 0.9 here because directly they given what? Directly they given AI, the net iron cross section area. So while copying and pasting, just have taken signal. So you delete this 1.9. So 22.6 into 10 power minus 3. What we got now? 2100 tons. There is no 0.9 here. Directly they given AI, 22.6 into 10 power minus 3. 1100 tons. Answer is correct, but you remove this one. 1100 tons. So after calculating TP, next what I have to calculate? You calculate the no load current. To calculate no load current, I have to calculate IC and I have to calculate IA. Okay. The RMS value of magnetic current IM is given by IM is equal to 80 naught by root 2 into TP. Let us calculate 80 naught. So 80 naught, first you calculate ATC, ampere turns for the core. ATC is equal to mmf for core iron path. Ampere turns is the mean length of flux path in the core. So ampere turns it is given what here? Ampere turns is given 232 into mean length of flux path. So mean length of flux path, you can see here mean length is given as for 2.23. So okay, solve this one 517 amperes. And here one more thing, this is very much important one here. There are 4 lap joints and 1/4 times as much reactive as it is required per meter of core. So there are 4 lap joints, as I explained earlier. Instead of 2 L-shaped joints, they go for all 4 lap joints. Together they take individual. For you, this one, this is individual, this is individual, and this is individual, and they are going to make the joints. So for that, ETG for MM for joints, 4 lap joints, and 1/4 times as much reactive as is required per meter of core. So remember this one, 4 into 1/4 times of ampere terms are same as your magnetic core. So what you have taken the values for your MM for core iron path, same value you have to take. Same value you take it for joints. As he told in the problem, as much reactive as is required per meter of core. So the same value you have to take. So 4 lap joints, 4 into 1/4 times 232. So this 4 get cancels. Then what you got? Same thing you get 232. So ATG MM for joints. Don't take that 8 like LG and DM because LG is not given length of shear gap. So based on the statement given here, you consider this formula. This step you remember. 4 into 1/4 times 232. Okay, based on this statement, as much reactive as is required per meter of core. Okay, this step you remember for this problem. So after finding out this one, you can find out 80 naught is equal to total magnetizing MMF. Nothing but you add this to 517 plus 232, 749. So TP already calculated, and we calculate IM. IM is equal to 80 naught divided by KPK into TP. So In this problem, you can see here, one more statement is given. Assume an amplitude factor of 1.52 and that for a given flux density. So amplitude factor, see here, as peak factor is kpk equal to amplitude factor into root 2. This also you remember. As peak factor is kpk, there is a kpk called as peak factor. How do you calculate kpk? Is nothing but amplitude factor into root 2. Amplitude factor into root 2. Just remember this one. What is amplitude factor given in the problem? It is given as 1.52. So you replace kpk by what? 1.52 into root 2 into tp. Then what you got? Im 0.318. So this is a standard problem from Ekesani. Please to remember this step. These two steps remember. This step one and this step. Okay, because they never change any data directly the labs with textbook problem. This is a standard problem. See that you practice it. Okay. As peak factor kpk is equal to amplitude factor into root 2, kpk is replaced by 1.52 into root 2. Then you calculate Im. Once you calculate Im, then you calculate what? You calculate Ic. So core loss Pi, same thing, loss per kg into volumetric core into density of iron. Loss per kg is 1.76. If you go back to the problem, specific loss you can see here 1.76 watts per kg. So 1.76. Net iron area. Directly in the problem, it has given that what the net iron cross-sectional area. In previous problem, they have to give what the gross cross-sectional area. So you read the problem and you take the value. So net cross-sectional area. So directly I can write AI. Earlier problems what I did, they give gross core area. Then I have to multiply with the iron factor. Here that it has given 22.6 into 10 power minus 3. So mean length of flux path is given as 2.23 into density of iron. Density of iron directly they given what 7.5 into 10 power. And calculate core loss Pi 665.25 watts. So the core loss component IC is equal to what? VA by VP. So VP is nothing but what? Voltage on the primary side. 665.25 divided by 6,600. Then what you got here? 0.1 ampere. So once you calculate IC, then you calculate the no load current I naught is equal to what? Under the root of IC square plus IM square. Then you calculate 0.333 amperes. Okay. This is very much important problem. You need to speak with these two steps. 18 naught for joints that one you remember. And here as peak factor is kpk, amplitude factor into root 2. These two steps remember. Other steps are similar to your previous problem. Okay. This is problem from Ekesani. Okay. Now, this is directly taken it from a question paper, and similar problem is a similar type of problem is in Ekesani, but this problem I have taken it from question paper. Likewise, we have the same problem, similar type of problem in Ekesani book. That problem also you can refer. Let us see now. This I have taken for what? A three-phase four-type transformer. If you take a three-phase four-type transformer, we have three limbs. Means three limbs. And we have yokes will be only two, and we have three limbs for three phase. Likewise, for single phase, we have what? For single phase, we have two limbs. We take one more phase here, it will become three phase. We have three limbs and we have two yokes. Okay. Now, this is a very much important one. The problem based on it. Till now, only you did what? Single phase four type you have taken. Now, let us take a single phase, a three phase four type transformer. Okay. 300 kVA, 6,600 bar 400 volt, delta star. Okay, delta star, which is contained in delta, that is contained in star. 50 hertz, three-phase, four-type transformer as a following data. Number of turns per phase, you can see here, they are given per phase here. Number of turns per phase on HP winding. HP winding means this one, primary winding here. Okay. Number of turns per phase on HP winding, 830. Net iron area of each limb. So net iron area of each limb means this is one limb, second limb, one more limb is there for three phase. Net iron area of each limb. Net iron area of each limb is what? 260 centimeter square. Net iron area of each limb is 260 centimeter square. The net iron area of each yoke. So if you go for the yoke, net iron area of each yoke. So even for three phase, we have two yokes. This is upper yoke and this will be a lower yoke. So net iron area of each yoke is what? 297 centimeter square. And mean length of the flux path. So mean length of flux path in each limb, it is 55 centimeter. Means mean length of flux path means in each limb means Mean length of this flux path in each lane is 55 centimeter, here 55 centimeter, here 55 centimeter, and one more lane, here 55 centimeter. It's a mean. Mean length of flux path in each lane, 55 centimeter, here, and one more here. Okay. And likewise, what we got, mean length of flux path in each yoke. Mean length of flux path in each yoke is 6.9 centimeter, means mean length of flux path in each yoke 86.9 centimeter here, and one more for bottom yoke, 86.9 centimeter. Okay, and there is a thing to understand the problem that is given. And for transformer state, this is the table given. This is the table. So normally, if you remember last class, I did this type of problem. Okay, this is flux density for various value of flux densities. Here, you are given what mmf ampere turn per meter, and you have iron loss watts per kg. Okay. So this is the table they given. Let us calculate what finally what you have to calculate. You have to calculate the no load current I0. You have to calculate what finally you have to calculate no load current I0. Then how are you going to arrive to this stage? Let us do it. So what you have to based on this maximum flux density value, let us calculate. Calculate what? Let us take the value from this table. Okay. Now first, what do you do? Determine no load current. Flux density the limb. Flux density the lane, Bm limb. Okay, Bm limb. So use this formula AP divided by 4.44 F into AI into TP. Because phi m can be written as what? Phi m can be written as Bm into AI. So that I have taken one step. I have skipped the Bm of lane because EP is equal to what? 4.44 F into phi m into TP. Phi m can be written as what? Bm into AI. So calculate Bm. Bm is equal to EP divided by 4.44 into F into AI into TP. Substitute the values here. Substitute the values. AI, directly AI is a problem. It is given that what? Net iron area of each link. Directly it is given what? 260. Net iron area. Okay, directly AI is from. So 260 into, it is centimeter square, converted to meter, 10 power minus 2 into TP. Number of turns of H1 is given what? 830. So put 830. Then what you got here? 1.38 Weber per meter square. Now come back to here. I think same thing you have done in previous problem. For 1.38 Weber per meter square, ampere turns per meter. So for 1.38, you can see here, you have to select the values here. Here 1.35, here 1.4, 1.35 it is 1000 and 2.6. For 1.4, 1500, 2.8. For what I required 1.38 Weber per meter square. Then you have to find it. Either you can do in three ways. Either you can plot the graph. Okay, your iron loss versus MMF, you can plot the graph and you can find out for 1.38. Otherwise, seeing this value, you can take the difference and you can find out. Now you can see, I want what here? I want 1.38, but I got 1.35. So if you take two decimal place here, 0.35 to 0.4, what is the difference? 5 is the difference. 0.35 to 0.4, 5 is the difference. And if you come for mmf for ampere turns per meter, you can see what is the difference here? 1000 to 1500. 500 is the difference. Okay, this difference is 5. This difference is 5. So normally what do you get? 500 divided by 5 means each will become what? 100. So 1.35 is 1000. 1.36 it will be 1100. 1.37 it will be 1200. And 1.38 it will be how much? 1300. Okay. So difference is 5. Here the difference is 5. So for 1.38 Weber per meter square, ampere turns per meter will be what? 1300. So for 1.38 it will be 1300. For 1.36, 1.35, 1.39 it will be 1400. 1.4 it will be 1500. So difference is 5. Yes, the difference is 5. So each for two decimal place you can take 100 each. Okay, 100 each. So 1.38 Weber per meter square, ampere turn per meter is what? 1300. This is okay now. Now you can see here PI. Now PI I have taken what? PI I have taken as 2.7. How I can take 2.7? You can see here. What is the difference here? 2.6 to 2.8. Difference is 0.2. Difference is 0.2. Here difference is 0.5. So 0.2 divided by 0.5. 0.2 divided by 5. Here difference is 0.2. Here difference is 5 here. Here difference is 5. Here difference is 0.2. So what do you do? 0.2 divided by difference is 5. You divide by 5. Then what you got? 0.04. Okay. You get 0.04. And 0.04. Then what I got? I want to get 1.38. So another 3 decimal place I required. So 0.04 into 3 multiply. Then what you get? 0.12. You'll get 0.12. So 2.6 plus 0.12, what you get? 2.17. Okay, I'll repeat once again. Here the difference is 5. Here the difference is 5. Here the difference is 0.2. But I want the exact value of what? Exact value of 1.38. 1.38 means how many more divisions? I require 3 more divisions. So 1.35, 1.36, 1.37, 1.38. 3 more divisions. Here it is 0.2. Okay, the difference here is 5. So 0.2 divided by 5, I'll get 0.04. 0.04, how many more decimal places I required here? I required 3 more. This is 3.5, I required 3.8. So 3 more. 3 are required. 3 more are required. So 0.04 into 3, take it. 0.04 into 3 means what you get? 0.12 I'll get. So 2.6 plus 0.12 if I add, then what I get? I get 2.72 and I can round it up to 2.7. I can round up to 2.7. So for 1.38 Webber per meter square, Pi is equal to 2.7. Likewise, you calculate for yoke. Flux density in the yoke, BM yoke, same formula you can use. What is the AI for yoke? Net iron area of each yoke is what? 297. Here 297 10 power minus 3. Then what you got here? 1.21 Webber per meter square. For 1.21 Webber per meter square, ampere turns per meter. Then you have to calculate. Here 1.21. Here you got 1.15. Here I got 1.21 required. What is the difference here? The difference is what? The difference is 10. If you take two decimal places, 0.15 to 0.25, the difference is 10. Here was the difference. The difference is 200. Okay, 200 by 10. What I get? 20. So each decimal point, 2 decimal point will be 20. So for 1.15 is 200. For 1.16 is 220. Likewise, if you go for 1.21, means here 5 division, one more division, you get what? 1.16. So 1.15 plus 6, if you add, you have to get 1.21. I repeat once again, here the difference is 10, here the difference is 200. So 200 divided by 10, you get 20. So if I want to get 1.21, I want to go for 6 division. So 6 into 20, I'll get 120. So 120 plus 200, if you add, for 1.21, 200 plus 120, what I'll get? I'll get 320. I'll get 320. So ATM per meter will be what? 320. Okay. For 1.15 is 200. So for 1.21 is 320. Each division will be around 20 mm. Likewise, if you come here for this one, already the difference is here 10. Here difference, what is the difference here? You can take here difference is what? 2.1 minus 1.75. If you make a difference, you get difference of 0.35. 0.35 divided by 10. 0.35, whatever you get difference, divided by 10. If you divide by 10 means what will get? 0.035 will get. Difference is 0.35 divided by 10, 0.035. So if I want to reach to 1.21, I go for 6 more division. Then you multiply what? 6 into 0.035. 6 into 0.035 will get around 0.21. So for 1.75 plus 0.21, if you add, I'll get what? 1.96. Here they are round up to 1.9. Once again, I'll repeat here for this one. The difference is 2.1 minus 1.5, 0.35. 0.35 is the difference. So 0.35 divided by 10, you will get 0.35, your difference is 10. 0.35 divided by 10, you will get what? 0.035. 0.035. Next, each 2 decimal places what now? 0.035. So 0.035. So I want to reach from 1.15 to 1.21. So I want to go for 6 more, say 6 more 2 decimal point. So for 6 into 0.035, then what I'll get? I'll get 0.21. I'll get 0.21. So 1.75 plus 0.21. I'll get what? 1.96. So 1.96 here they are round up to 1.9. So for 1.21 Webber per meter square, ampere turns per meter is 320, and Pi is equal to 1.9. Okay, 1.9. Just check these two values and you take a difference here. Okay, 1.9. Once you got it, I can calculate here total MMA for 3 limbs. For 3 phase, you have 3 limbs. Total MMA for 3 limbs. This is for per single limb. What you calculate BM is something for single limb. Likewise, you calculate for 3 limbs. 3 into 1300. For single limb, what MMA clear 1300. 300 into 1300 into 0.55. This is nothing but what length you have, mean length of flux path 55 centimeter. Just I convert it to meter here. What you got 2145 ampere. Likewise, you calculate for what total MM for two yokes. 2 into 320 here is 2 into 320 into 0.87. So mean length of flux path in each game. Mean length of flux path in each yoke is what? It is 0.9. Yes, I wrote it to 87 here. Okay, 0.87. 556.8 ampere. So total MMF of limbs and yoke. Total MMF of limbs and yoke. Think about what 2145 plus the 556.8, 270.8. Okay. So total magnetizing current, magnetizing MMF is nothing but what 18 knot divided by 18 knot for phase. I record for phase here. Total magnetizing MMF for phase 18 knot for phase. So 2701.8 divided by 3. Because I recording for phase value. So 900.6 amperes. So total magnetizing current for phase IM is equal to what? 18 knot divided by root 2 into dp. So this is all for phase value. Okay. 18 knot now 900.6 divided by root 2 into 830. What you got here? 0.77. Once you calculate IM, then you can calculate what once again IC. The last component are a 4 component. 4 loss in 3 limbs. Same formula. In 3 limbs you multiply by what? You multiply by 3 because you have got 3 limbs. Loss per kg it is given as 2.7. Net terrain area 260 is directly given. Net terrain area is 260 to 10 power minus 4. And is nothing but what mean length of flux path is 55 to 10 power minus 2. And density of iron is what 7.8 into 10 power 3. And 903.47. And like core loss in yokes, in the 3 phase you have 2 yokes, 2 into same formula use. Loss per kg for yoke, loss per kg for yoke, what you got here? Loss per kg for yoke. Loss per kg for yoke here. So what you got here? 1.9. Okay. Here you got 1.9. Here you can see it. Loss per kg here you got 1.9. For limbs you got 2.7. Okay. Here 1.9. Net terrain area AI 297. Take it from here 297. And this is nothing but mean length of flux path 86.9. If you want, you can round up 87 here, 10 power minus 2, and 7.8 into 10 power 3. So what we got here, 765 watts. So total iron loss will be, add this to 903.47 plus 765, so 1668.47 watts. Total iron loss per phase, I record in per phase value, total iron loss per phase, so divided by 3, you get 56.15 watts. Once you calculate this iron loss, then PI, total iron loss PI, then you can calculate what the core loss component IC. So IC is equal to PI divided by voltage on the primary side. So 556.15 divided by 6600, and we got IC is equal to 0.084. So then, once you got IC and you got IM, then you can calculate what no load current I naught under the root of IC square plus IM square, 0.084 plus 0.77 square, 0.77. Okay. This is with respect to what little bit lengthier one, because for 3-phase transformer, and then once again you have to do it in per phase. For phase you have to calculate. So little bit lengthier, just to go through it. If you go means try to find the zone value take it take difference here. Whatever the particular value here 1.38, it takes difference and you have to calculate. Okay. These are problem for regarding 3-phase. Very much important problem. Many times we have on 3-phase also. Okay. These are the 6 problems what I did on no load. Okay. Tomorrow we will we'll take a derivation of leakage reactance. Tomorrow morning, the first hour. Finish up the leakage reactance. That completes the revisions of your transformer.